Last year at this event, we released the data center maturity model. A lot of the people that were involved in creating the model are also involved in the EPA initiatives, are also involved in things like in Europe in the Code of Conduct initiatives, a lot of the other initiatives around the world. And what we did was we made sure that a lot of it lined up with other things that were out there. It was really a way of seeing what achievements you've made against the maturity model, what your organizational targets would be, and that is purely dependent on your business. There's a summary assessment or there's a detailed assessment. If you're putting in 20 data centers because you have 20 data centers across the world, you're more than likely going to do the summary version. If you've got one data center and it's your pride and joy, then you may do a detailed assessment. Or if you've got your data center managers individually to implement the assessment, then they may do the detailed assessment as well. Okay, so I'm going to dive into the demo. So I'm going to call this an enterprise data center. I'm going to call it financial services, a tier 3, PUE of say 1.9. It's about 75% fill. And what you'll do is go through the whole tool and fill in your highest level of achievement, highest level of target. Once you've completed the data, you get to view benchmark data. And as we get more and more data into the tool, that will become more and more powerful. The top equalizer is my London data center, the data center I put into the tool. And the equalizer at the bottom, what that will show you is the benchmark data of all the assessments in the tool. So you can then look at that and say, hey, should I be going a bit further? This is what the average of the industry suggests. And then having that sort of conversation internally. Some colo providers are now using this as a way of measuring what they're doing, but then passing the IT side of the model to their customers and saying, here's what you guys can do. Here's what you can do to improve the efficiency of the kit you're putting into my data center. The Green Grid create these tools for the industry and for users. So as you're seeing this or as you're using it, please do give us feedback. And as we iterate the tool, we'll take that into account and try and address as much of that as we can.